Hi, I'm Bud Darr, President and CEO of the Cruise Lines International Association. I have the pleasure of being here this afternoon with Christophe Tytgat, who is the Secretary General of Sea Europe, which represents a variety of maritime industries in Europe, but most importantly to us probably is the cruise sector, the shipbuilders in Europe, where we build 80% of the monetary value of European shipbuilding for cruise ships, and about 97.5% of what we spend as an industry worldwide is spent here in Europe on cruise ships. So, Christophe, really good to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks for taking a minute to speak. But
welcome.
We've sat on two panels already together this week, and we have a lot in common, of course. But your industry and our industry really kind of need each other. We work very closely together. What kind of an impact do you feel like that relationship has on the well-being of Europe and the industrial base, not just our relationship as friendly organizations with each other?
Well, first of all, thank you for the opportunity to share for the third time this week. I think the ecosystem that cruise is with the ship owners on the one hand and the cruise shipbuilders on the other hand, and equipment manufacturers, of course, also an important part of that, is very unique. When we talk about made in Europe, I think the cruise industry is really a made in Europe business, because you place your orders in Europe to make and to build very sophisticated vessels, which we can do in Europe, and we are really proud of doing that, which also help you to meet all the green standards and the green legislation that we have ahead of us. But we also go beyond. We really are able to make ships that are all tailor-made to your specific needs. And that means a very close cooperation, a very strong cooperation, and a cooperation that is done in a European context. So the made in Europe is a very important thing, and cruise really helps with that.
Well, Christophe, not just the cruise shipping sector, but shipping overall, is facing a real challenge to recruit, train, and retain a quality workforce, particularly as we undergo an energy transition, which is happening. Are you facing the same thing in your industry as well?
Yeah, we have made a survey a couple of years ago where it turned out that in a period of about 10 years, we risk to lose about 40% of our workforce because we have a very, very aging workforce. At the same time, we have to upskill and reskill the remaining part so that they can meet the industry's needs, but also to meet the challenges that go with the greening, with the green transition, and with digitalization. At the same time, we have, of course, to find new people, to attract people. And there we face, I think, a challenge that also other players in our sector, but also in Europe, in the maritime industry face. That is that youngsters don't spontaneously think of maritime and don't see it as, in fact, an industry that can build the future. They think of all other industries, of course, IT and the like, but not maritime. And in fact, the green transition and contributing to the green transition, to more digitalized shipping, to better communication between ships and ship shore, actually should ring a bell with youngsters and make them aware that their contribution can shape the future of the maritime industry. But at the moment, indeed, we have some challenges there.
Well, Christophe, thanks for your time today. Just one last question. I know you work closely with my team here. The European Executive Director for CLIA is Nikos Mertsonitis, so I know you know well. How does that relationship with CLIA benefit you and the work of you and your members?
It's very important that we have a close relationship because, as I said, we have a lot in common, and also in terms of the politics, if we can work together, we can also influence together the policy making, because at the end of the day, the policy making that you want is one that reflects your needs as much as possible within what is politically possible, but you don't want a political framework that doesn't match your needs. And since we are this very close ecosystem, the fact that we are working together with your team and my team, and also other people from the cruise business directly, is really important. It's important for you because you have the industrial perspective on board, and it's important for us because we have the operator's perspective on board. So I can only but welcome this very close cooperation.
Okay, well, it's always a pleasure, Christophe. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you
today.